Hi, and welcome to episode number 16 of Get Involved Pittsburgh here on PCTV 21 and 47 in the city. My name is Tom Baker. I'm your host of Get Involved Pittsburgh. We really appreciate all of our viewers, both on TV, online. There's a lot of ways to watch our episodes, and we appreciate everyone that tunes in and enjoys the program. This is episode number 16, and it's about a record-breaking year for Big Brothers Big Sisters here in Greater Pittsburgh. I'm the Chief Community Affairs Officer for the organization, previously served as the Vice President of Programs. And BBBS is actually the first thing that I got involved with when I graduated from college. I got involved as a 22-year-old, just had come out of Millersville University out in Lancaster County. I got matched up with my little brother Preston, who was 10 at the time, came up to my waist, and I'm very proud that now 11 years later, Preston is a junior at Franklin and Marshall College. I just saw his college apartment a couple weeks ago. He is doing very well at Franklin and Marshall, doing well in school, playing college soccer. Got to cheer him on this fall as he shut out the Muhlenberg Mules in his soccer games. So Preston is just doing great, and I feel very lucky and feel very fortunate to get to work for the organization that I love. A lot of core of what Get Involved is really about is finding what you're passionate about, finding about what you would do if money didn't matter. If somebody in your life hit the lottery, gave you all the money in the world, you never had to work another day in your life, what are the causes, the missions, the organizations, the things that you would fight for if money didn't matter? So I'm a big proponent of finding those kind of careers, working in the doing good sector. There's so many jobs here, especially in our region in Pittsburgh, in the nonprofit world. So we've got some great guests on our show today. Trisha Hyatt's going to be our first guest in just a minute. We have Mark Bazilla, who's a big brother with us, Stephanie Hart, who's a big sister, Eddie Barry, who's a big brother and the co-chair of our Male Recruitment Advisory Board, and also Mandy Sable, who is the director of our site-based program. So we've got 5 great guests here for episode number 16 of Get Involved Pittsburgh. Our final guest on episode number 16 is the director of site-based programs for Big Brothers Big Sisters of Greater Pittsburgh, Mandy Sable. Mandy, how's it going?
Good.
Good. Welcome on the show. I've been trying for a long time to secure you for this show. So
sorry about that.
I'm glad things just always came up. You couldn't be here. But very glad that you're here to talk a little bit about the site-based programs, the 19 site-based programs that Big Brothers Big Sisters manage. Let's talk a little bit about you, though, before we get to BBBS. We are both certified teachers who now work in the nonprofit world. So how did you end up working in the nonprofit?
Well, I graduated from college, and I was just kind of working at a school district as a substitute secretary, and the nonprofit, someone's like, hey, would you be interested in working for a nonprofit? And I was like, sure.
Yeah.
And I became a program director for another nonprofit covering as fundamental. And I was there for 4 years before I joined Big Brothers Big Sisters. So.
All right. We came in around the same time at BBBS, actually. It was the late fall, October, November of 2008. So it's been a good run together these 4+ years. So you've moved up to be the manager of the site-based program. Tell us a little bit about what site-based does.
Site-based has programs in schools and after-school centers. We work with bigs that are high school, college, and corporate bigs that go to the different 19 sites that we have in Allegheny, Washington, and Greene County. The bigs go into the school or after-school center once a week or every other week to meet with their little for an average about 45 minutes to an hour each week. So.
Yeah, and it's a little different. We had 4 guests on already. So we had Trisha, we had Mark, we had Steph, and we just had Eddie Barry. We had 4 great guests that all talked about their experiences in the community-based program. Site-based is a little bit different, though.
It's a little different.
Now, when the mentors go to the sites, is there a curriculum? What do they actually do together?
We do a structured activity. The first 5 or so minutes is just catch up. How's things going for the last week or since you've seen each other? And then we have a structured activity that usually takes about 15 to 20 minutes. At the beginning of the year, it's about relationship building. It kind of develops depending on what the school's interest is or in general what the students need. And then the last 15 minutes or so is just time for them to kind of talk or play games or really just work on homework or whatever they would like to do as a match. So that's great.
Now we have viewers all over the country. A lot of our viewers, though, for the show are in Pittsburgh proper. Are there some site-based programs in Pittsburgh?
Definitely. Pittsburgh Public, we have 9 schools that we work with. In general, throughout Allegheny County, there are 15 programs. Okay. So it's a great opportunity to get involved. We have the Be a Sixth Grade Mentor program.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about Be a Sixth Grade Mentor. So that's an initiative now in its 4th year.
Yes.
What's Big Brothers Big Sisters involvement with that?
We have 5 of the 10 programs that are currently involved this year. And the mentors are adults who have general jobs throughout the community or retired that just want to give back, and they go to their assigned school once a week. There are lunchtime programs or after school programs depending on the location, and there is a set curriculum based on just exploring high school or exploring different careers that are out there for them. Yeah. I know when we were ed majors, well, I was education secondary, but it was really about, we thought we'd be teachers or cops or other professionals that we know about, but it's really exploring what else is out there and what other different kind of jobs are out there.
A couple of weeks ago at Site-Based, I do it at Schiller for the last 3 years, and a couple of weeks ago we actually had a little career fair where the students went from person to person in the room, and we got to tell them a little bit about our careers and professions. What we do is a nice chance for them to learn about what they can kind of dream of being here in the community. The other nice thing about Be a Sixth Grade Mentor is that it gets a lot of people from Pittsburgh involved in the program. I was just at an event this morning. Mayor Ravenstall announced that I guess the city itself is actually the #1 group involved with Be a Sixth Grade Mentor. Yes. Dr. Lane was there as well, though, and she's surging. The Pittsburgh Public Schools are surging for most mentors. So I guess we're really thankful from a Big Brothers Big Sisters perspective for all the great people that have gone involved with Be a Sixth Grade Mentor in its first 4 years. Did anyone switch over? You know, we had some mentors that went through the 3 years together, 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade. When their students went to 9th grade, did they stay together, some of the?
Yes, we had about 10 matches who actually transferred from our site-based program into our community-based program. They've kind of run their course together through site-based. They had 3 years through the traditional middle schools. So this was an opportunity for them to stay connected and really experience things outside of the school setting. So I think it'll be a great fit for many of these matches. They have a strong relationship, so they'll grow even more.
Right. So it's cold, right? It's February as we're recording this. As you're watching it might be March, April, May, but it's February now, so it's cold outside. I'm at my job. I'm doing my work. You know, I'm tired. I'm hungry. Whatever. I'm doing my work. It's cold outside, right? What gets me in my car to drive and hang out with a student at a school? What gets me fired up to be in the site-based program?
I think just the opportunity to talk to your littles. They are so excited to see their bigs. Actually, I was at a school this morning, and the little was crying because her big wasn't there this week. Right. And, you know, it breaks your heart, but they really look forward to seeing you. So just that opportunity to see them and hear what's going on, and just to kind of remove yourself from what's going on in your life and focus on someone else's life is really a great opportunity.
Yeah. What have been some in your leadership role for the last 3+ years? What have been some of the neatest, the coolest activities that you've seen at the site-based program? What are some showstoppers, some things that were just really terrific?
I think sometimes it's just the little things. I have a group that I just gave them paper, and I said, make the largest structure or the most unique structure, and they kind of just go to town there with little instructions. They can kind of develop what they want. That was one of my favorite activities. Yeah. To more complicated ones where we take them places like
the Pirates game.
The Pirates game is always
the easiest day to manage every year, right?
You don't even know.
Yeah, I will say, as a mentor, and I know with our littles too, it is a day that everyone looks forward to, and not just Pirates games, but also college visits as well. There's been some college visits, I believe.
We've done Robert Morris and CCAC of Allegheny campus, as well as CMU we've done with American Eagle Bigs and their littles. So we've been around, and we're hoping to do Pitt Cathedral of Learning this year. That's on the agenda, and you want to expose the kids to as much as possible.
Right. There's a nice billboard that was up a couple of years ago, and I think it was through our partners and friends at the Mentoring Partnership, but it said, it was a picture of a female mentor and a young student, and it said, highlight of my week, highlight of my week. And I really, as a mentor for the last 4 years in the program, I've felt that way. It really is truly a highlight of your week when you get to go and see your little. So all the work that you're doing through the site-based program, and not just you, but your team with Maggie and Gina, Jen, the whole site-based team, Rose and Abby, I know help out as well. And it's Sarah Thomas, all the programming that she does in Washington County. It's really a great team, and about half of what Big Brothers Big Sisters does is through your program, through the site-based program. So
we served over 600 kids last year, so we're very excited about that.
Yeah. Well, congrats on all the great work. If anyone's interested in being involved, maybe even for next school year in the site-based program, how would they follow up?
Just go to our website, BBBS.org, or you can give us a call at our number, and
Yeah.
we'll get the process started, and hopefully we'll get you ready for September.
Right, very good. New school year almost ready, right?
Yes, I'm
That's
already
good.
working on
Already
it.
working on it. All right. Well, that was Mandy Sable. Thanks very much for closing out the show here. Mandy Sable was our final guest, a great guest, a great way to finish out episode number 16 of Get Involved Pittsburgh here on PCTV 21 and 47. Again, I'm Tom Baker. I'm really proud to host this Jefferson Award-winning television show. It's always great to bring on great guests, just people that are really making a difference in our community. I want to thank my guests from episode number 5, Eddie Berry, Stephanie Hart, Mark Bazilla. We just had a great time. Mandy Sable was here as well, and Trisha Hyatt. It was a great, terrific cast of people that really are making a difference in Pittsburgh. Our phrase in our slogan with Big Brothers, Big Sisters is start something. And there's so many ways for you watching at home or online to start something with Big Brothers, Big Sisters. That can be as a volunteer. That can be getting a Bowl for Kids' Sake team. That can be being an advocate for us and getting the word out. There's a lot of ways to help. Any parents that are watching at home too, I would encourage you, if you have 6 to 13-year-olds that you think would be a good fit for the program or just interested in learning more about Big Brothers, Big Sisters, give our office a call. 412-363-6100 is our number. Our website is just www.bbbspgh.org. Again, it's bbbspgh.org. If you want to start something with Big Brothers, Big Sisters in all the variety of ways that our guests today have talked about, please definitely feel free to give us a call. Follow us on Twitter, bbbspgh.org. Same with Facebook. Please feel free to keep in touch with us. There's always a way, though, to start something with Big Brothers, Big Sisters. We're really proud to be the National Agency of the Year. 2012 was a great year. It was a record-setting year. 1,222 children that were served through our program, through the great work that Mandy does with her site-based team, through the volunteer work that Eddie, Trisha, Steph, and Mark do as volunteers with our program. That's really what it's all about. I feel very lucky to get to work for the organization that I care about so much. We've been around here for 47 years, coming up on 48 years in the community in Pittsburgh, and I feel really lucky that for now 11 plus years on a personal level I've been involved with Big Brothers, Big Sisters. It's just a great organization. So check out the website, bbbspgh.org. Figure out how you can get involved with Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and start something in 2013. Thanks again for tuning in to Get Involved Pittsburgh, episode number 16. Our website for Get Involved is getinvolvedinc.org. Always a lot of great events going on with our organization, and we'll hope to see you next time on Get Involved Pittsburgh.